What's up guys, and welcome back for another EVE Online video. We are still in the Doctor Who crossover event, the Interstellar Convergence, and tonight we are gonna jump into the lowest level combat filament, which is the Precarious warp filament. So I scraped together enough to buy it. Again, you need all the materials to build this stuff. At the moment I'm trying hard to source all the materials myself. I'm not buying anything from the market, primarily to see how much and how easy it is to progress without the market. But obviously if it goes on, then maybe I'll buy one or two materials. But anyway, we managed to make the Precarious warp matrix filament, which needed obviously the blueprint, of which I've got a couple more. And then the bunch of the materials which are in here, and it takes 20 minutes to build. So the Curious warp filaments are just 3 minutes, these are 20 minutes, and require some high level stuff. So 73 is the one that I'm struggling to find. 79 is fine, but yeah, why 73 for the strange matter is what I'm struggling to find at the moment. Anyway, so as we know, this is a combat filament because of what it says in here, level 1 combat filament, and there are specific ship types that are allowed in, and they are the Tech 1 cruisers for each of the factions. So before we jump in, I just want to talk through my ship choice and my fit. And so basically I have chosen the Vexor, which you can see behind me. And that is because my weapon system of choice is drones. So I can use a bunch of the weapon systems. Like I've got good skills in missiles, and I think I've got good skills in maybe hybrid turrets. But I've also got very good skills in drones, and they're what I like to use. So the Vexor is a very good drone boat. And if you don't know, you can find information on that by going into show info on the ship and seeing the traits. And you can see for the Vexor you get bonuses to medium hybrid turret damage and drone hit point damage. So I'm using it for its drone purposes. So also before we dive into the fit, at the moment you can see I've got this skin on, the Quaif Green Apple. I have a bunch of skins for the Vexor. So if you see, I've got 5. So if you tell me which your favourite is in the comments, I couldn't decide which to fly. So I'm in Quaif Green Apple at the moment, but we've got Luminaire Zenith, which looks like this. Now let me move this over here so we can see it better. Luminaire Zenith, Headhunter, that's quite a good one. Big skull down there, fading to black at the back. Deathglow Remnants I like. I fly my Gila, I think is a Deathglow Remnant. Another skull, but big red and gold. And the Aurora Universalis, which is this funny colour, but also has an aura coming off it while you fly around. So it's also quite nice, but I've got it on a couple of ships. So at the moment I'm flying Quaif Green Apple. I do have the event skin for the Vexor. I have found the warp conversion skin, which obviously I should be flying for this event because I've got it, but my plan was to keep all my loot in this hangar until the event came to an end, so I can do a proper accounting of what I've got, so I don't want to activate that yet. Anyway, so let me know which skin you think I should fly. At the moment I'm going green. So to the fit, as I mentioned, I've got pretty good skills, especially for drones, and also my engineering skills are fairly high and stuff as well. So what you see here might not be representative of what you're really able to fly if you're a newish player. But what I have done is try to keep the fit relatively simple, relatively cheap. But there's a couple of Tech 2 components in here. But if I talk you through my thinking behind each component, then you can swap it out for whatever you can fly, and something similar. So important thing to note is you can see there's no weapon system First of all, the high slots have just got drone link augmenters in them. I've got the Tech 2 versions, but you can swap them for the Tech 1 versions or a meta version. And that's because my weapon system is the drones. So I've just got one set of medium drones and one set of small drones. Again, these are Tech 2s, just fly what you can. So if you need Tech 1, you obviously will reduce your DPS a little bit, but that's fine. It just means the sight takes slightly longer. So that's my high slots, just two drone link augmented 2s, which increase the drone control range, which actually for this site's that's probably overkill. I'll be very surprised if anything is 100 kilometers away, but you never know. And then in the mid slots, I've got my propulsion system as an oversized afterburner. So for cruisers, which are medium-sized hulls, you normally would go for a 10 meganewton. Is the right fit, but I've gone for 100 meganewton, and that's so that it's got very high velocity from an afterburner, with the intention being what's known as signature tanking. So that means signature tanking means the ship's quite small and you can fly fast enough, have a high enough, I think it's called transverse velocity. So if you're not flying straight at it, but you're flying around the enemy, basically orbiting them or something, then the enemy's weapon systems have trouble tracking you and hitting you, and most of the time they'll miss. So that's a method of tanking, because you reduce the incoming damage by just not getting hit, basically. So that's the plan with this prop mod, but it uses a lot of capacitor and things, so then the other mid slots are capacitor. So a capacitor battery, you can swap that for a meta module if you can't fit that, and then cap recharge 2s, which means I remain cap stable if I've got everything running, which is nice. So I can keep my prop mod running, keep my speed high, and then I have an armor repairer too, so if I do get hit I can repair the armor. That can run full time as well. And then I'll touch on this a second, but then we've got drone damage amplifiers as well in the low slots, which increase the damage that your drones do. Self-explanatory. And I have a damage control 2 in here to increase my resistance. So if I don't know what we're facing, so I needed to increase my tank a little bit. If it turns out that if we're able to tank the site easily, you could swap this out for another damage amplifier. And then a bit more tank, I've got my reactive armor hardener. Now what this does is, based on the incoming damage, it will shift your resistance to fit the incoming damage type. So it's a very useful, a kind of unique item. That means if you're going into unknown situations, you can shift your damage type based on the incoming damage, basically. So if you know the incoming damage type, you should swap to a damage specific module, because there's more resistance in a damage specific one. But this will shift so that you see the 415%, so total of 60%. If you add those four together, it can all shift into one damage type. If there's one specific damage type, it just takes a little while. And as I don't know what we're flying into, I fit that instead. But once we work out what the incoming damage is, maybe we'll swap it for something else if we need to. So they're the main modules, and then the rigs, also in an effort to stay cap stable, is just 3 medium capacitor control circuits, and that allows us to stay cap stable while with everything running, and we've got decent damage with the drones, and we can orbit fast to reduce the incoming damage. So that's the thinking behind the fit. You can see it is relatively tight on power grid, so do what you can with it. If you like it and you can't fit certain things, or you haven't got enough power grid, just play with the different items to try and swap for different versions. So like a meta version or a Tech 1 version or something, or if you want to spend loads of money, a faction module, just to see what you can fit. Cool, so that's the fit. I will put a link to it as well in the description. That'll take you through to Eve Workbench. But for now, let us find a safe spot and jump into the site and see what we've got. You can see the modules down here. Prop mod, armor rep, reactive armor hardener. When we jump in, we're going to switch this on straight away. Going to switch this on straight away as well, and then we'll wait to turn that on. I walked to a safe that's really far away apparently. Once we land, we can activate and jump in. Looking forward to this. Let's go. Oh, come on, I'm not invulnerable. Going in now. Oh, come on, there we go. Still enjoying this animation, by the way. Okay, what have we got? Do I need to swap tabs? Just 3 enemies. This is a big guy, so I'm going to orbit him at 20. Turn on my prop knob, turn on the armor hardener, get my drones out, and I'm going to go for the tiny guys first. Is it just the 3? Yeah, these are just the wormhole things that increase and decrease your speed. Here come the tiny guys. Set the drones on them. Target the big guy who's still... Oh, someone's going for my drones, so let's bring them back in. Must be the big guy, I guess. Okay, send them out. Alright, let's have a quick look at what these are called. Biomechanic, because I don't want to just kill them straight away so that we can work out what damage they do. So let's have a quick look. Filament, attributes, omni damage. Okay, so the reactive hardener, armor hardener isn't particularly useful there. We'll need to swap to basically just fill the armor hole, because if you have a quick look, you know, it's got really good EM but not very good explosive, so we'll probably swap the reactive for an explosive, would be my suggestion. And now we're going for the big guy. We're already orbiting him. I'm going to bring drones back and launch my bigger ones to do bigger damage because he's big. And you can see he's not hitting me at the moment, misses you completely. So my SIG tanking is working at the moment. Now what? Now I set the drones on him. Can we just take a second and appreciate this planet? Jesus, we are close to it. It is huge. That is awesome. And even more importantly, let's have a look at what we are fighting. Look at. It's a flying saucer. Critically damaged by a mechanoid saucer. We've got a flying saucer also doing omni damage and is omni tanked. Fine. What's the description? Strange design of spaceship with a distinctive saucer shape. Sensor readings indicate using unknown form of biomechanical technology. Probably under stress of local space effects. Possible the automated defense systems are still active. Oh, it sounds... Ooh, green lasers or something. Let's just one second. Control F9 this. Look at that. It fired some. So my ship is over there. Awesome. Control F9, how are we getting on? Oh, it takes a while to kill. That's for sure. That's so cool. So there's our exit gate. We've got plenty of time. Unless another wave spawns. But we've been in here just over coming up 3.5 minutes. And you can see the signature tanking is working really well, like he's not hit me once. I mean, we'll turn that off so we can slow down, see if he does, what kind of damage he does. Obviously we might kill him first. Let's find out. Pull drones in. I want to see how hard he hits. Still missing, so let's fly straight towards you. So we've got no transversal. Where am I? Over there. Still missed. You need to get your act together. Is he about to fly? I wonder if this will collapse if he flies into it. I mean, he's just missing constantly now. Let's go back to orbiting and want to see if this will collapse. Doesn't look like it's going to. That's not very fair. Well, I can't wait forever because I'm not sure if there are more waves. And he's not going to hit me, so let's do it. Let's finish him off. He has got me webbed, so that's an important thing to note. I guess, well, we're 22 kilometers, he got us webbed, so if you are signature tanking, obviously being webbed is a problem. Oh, he died. Got the explosion? Out of the way, drones. Oh, and the wreck dropped something. So let's go and have a look in there. And damn, as is a wreck, I should have brought a salvager or something, because we could probably fit a salvager on the top. If not, I've got room for salvage drones, so next one I'll have to fit a salvager. No other wave by the looks of things. So let's go see what he's dropped, and then work our way back to our gate with plenty of time to spare. Yes, I am. That slows me down. It's a little bit annoying. You have to be more careful of stuff like that, especially in the harder sites when time will be of the essence, I reckon. But this planet is, we are so close to this planet. Oh, what have we got? Hazardous. Alrighty. Some strange matter. I'm gonna overshoot that by a long way. Because of the inertia thing. Look how long it takes to slow down. But what have we got? 107, that's high level stuff, and 20 of them. Booster, it's X71, fine, and 371, that's what, 3 million? 3.7 million. But hazardous, which is level 2. And do we need Y107? Yes, we do. Cool. And Y97. Alright. Well, that's cool. Nothing special dropped, so I guess we just keep going until we can fight the Dalek. Alright, loot that. Next time I want to salvage, just in case, because that's a special wreck, hopefully. Biomechanical saucer wreck. Alright, turn the prop mod on and we can leave. Alright, well that was fun. Really loving the graphics for this event. But it is, so far, it's quite a grind. So I mean, you'll know from my videos that so far I've been able to get into the Curious warp matrix and the enigmatic warp matrix, which are level 1 and 2 of the exploration filaments, and then this is my first Precarious warp matrix, which is the level 1 combat, and that's all I've managed so far. I've been into lots of Curious, a couple of enigmatic, and this is my first Precarious, and that, you know, we've still got mysterious, hazardous, dangerous, something else as well, I believe, and there's been no mention of the Dalek yet. Oh, need to dock up. That is a problem. So won't be undocking for a little bit. That's quite a fleet. Oh yes, that's quite a fleet. I've dropped out of their range. Ooh. I think they might have caught mate. Well, but maybe we'll go and play with them in a second. If I do, I'll record it. But for now, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know about the ship skins. Let me know how your event's going. And I'll see you when I jump into the next level of Filament. Cheers. Have a good one.